What's up, boys? It's the Trumpinator here, and today we're going to be starting our playthrough of Pokemon Snakewood, a recommendation from our boy, the Bidenator.
Donald got indicted today, but they let him play the ROM in his cell. Cozy in there, pal? I love this ROM, by the way.
Guys, I just want to say that this game brings back a lot of memories for me. As a kid, Pokemon Ruby was my first ever Pokemon game and brought me a lot of fun. Also, I wanted to be able to listen to the entire intro theme, but it was like 2 minutes long, and I didn't think it would be reasonable to have the whole thing given that there were over 50 minutes of footage from this first session. So I had to try to cut down whenever possible, but let's just appreciate this incredible music for a moment.
Nice nostalgia trip, Obama, but I'm raring to go annihilate this game, so let's do it.
I liked your story, at least, Barack.
Thanks, Joe. I must say, so far everything seems about the same from the original game. I wonder if Birch will... Oh, okay, wow, interesting start.
You bumbling baboons are going to slow me down with how old you sound. I've got a game to win, and no way is the world's greatest president and human being going to let you slow me down.
What on earth is going on with poor Bulbasaur? Joe, how could you like this cruel game?
This is the real world, Barack. Bulbasaur is the worst starter anyways. I'm glad it had to happen to the ugly cabbage lizard instead of my boy Charmander.
You take that back, Donald. Bulbasaur is the best starter. It has the best typing, cutest design, and most diverse move pool.
Cope, seethe, mauled, and otherwise cry about it, baby Democrat.
Girls, can we stop fighting and get back to the game?
All right, but let it be known that Charmander is the GOAT, and I will not hear any slander to the contrary.
Wow, very creative name, Donald. Must have taken a lot of effort to come up with that one.
Unlike you, my brain capacity is limitless, and I was able to produce this brilliant name, which some might say is a gift from God, without expending even 0.1% of my true power.
Do you ever consider the malarkey that comes out of your mouth before you say it, or do you just take whatever pops into your head and spew it right out of your bottom?
Despite what it looks like, that's actually his face, Joe. I know it looks so ugly you might think it's his behind, though.
To save some time for you, Donald, the starter options in this game are Coughing, Paraz, and Baltoy.
So you guys are really just going to move on from that roast without giving me a chance to respond? Classic libs.
I would highly recommend Paras, as it is the option that most closely resembles a lobster, which clearly makes it the most superior choice.
Wow, 11 Labs really shafted your voice, Jord. Anyway, screw you, I'm going with Baltoy because it evolves into Claydol, which has the highest stats, strongest move pool, and best ability out of all three options.
It's hard to argue with your analysis, Donald. However, Weezing has remarkably close base stats and the same ability which provides better coverage against his ground weakness. And unlike Dr. Peterson, my voice sounds immaculate.
Ben, even if your voice was recorded in the crispiest mic of all time, you'd still sound like a little weasel chittering about. You have the most annoying voice of all time.
It's true, Benjamin. Anyways, Biden calls Secret Service to get these bozos out of here so I can play the dang game. I'm going to put a record time on this run, and I don't want anybody messing it up. Baltoy's design feels very Mexican, so I'm going to name him after my favorite fast food chain, after McDonald's, of course.
Donald, what do you happen to order at this favorite restaurant of yours?
Well, usually I order a dozen crispy chicken sandwiches, which they serve with a really tasty blue seasoning.
You are literally buying meth, Donald. Anyways, I'm going to use my stand to fast forward here. There's a lot of footage, so we'll be whipping out our stands quite a bit to jump through the mundane bits.
Made in heaven!
Oh my goodness, Barack, that's awesome. Of course you'd have Father Pucci's stand.
And why do you say that, Don?
Because you're both
Oh my goodness, guys, look out, there's a zombie. Jill, hold me, I'm so scared.
Be grateful this chicken president of ours didn't let me finish that sentence, Barack.
All right, well, let's see how you fare against the started you seem to hate so much, given that you have a type disadvantage here.
Fear not, I shall overcome this just like I overcame Hillary in 2016, and I shall overcome the opposition in 2024.
Wow, Don, you cleaned up against that zombie lizard. Good job. Humanity is saved.
That is just the beginning, dear Sleeping Ugly. My epic conquest of this zombie-infested wasteland has just begun.
While we go through this dialogue, I think it's a good opportunity to give the audience a rundown of how I'll try to show this run. This game has a lot of battling, strong opponents, and dialogue, which will ultimately mean that it is a very long playthrough. As such, I'm going to be showing all of the battles for the first episode to give everyone a flavor profile of the game. But as the game progresses and battles become more and more frequent and mundane, I'll just be skipping through larger, more unimportant and uninteresting parts of the game. That way the run stays interesting and progresses quickly. If anybody has something else they'd like me to do or specific parts of the game they want to see, Let me know in the comments and I'll be happy to try to accommodate for everyone's wishes. Also, this video has a lot more editing work than previous videos, so let me know what you think.
Good Lord Barack, did you have to give the whole Emancipation Proclamation there? Anyways, it looks like this is our first real enemy. Let me show you boys how it's done.
Don't get too cocky, young blood. This game really doesn't pull any punches whatsoever when it comes to trainer battles, so you've got to be on your guard 24/7.
It's as if Biden knew exactly what was coming. Will your level advantage be able to save you against a psychic type immunity and an ice type super effective hit, Donald?
Fret not, mere mortals, for the power of the dumpy Trumpy knows no bounds.
And it seems like the power of your rapid spin attack very much has a bounds of 0 damage. I think you're in for a nasty surprise on this one, Donald.
Donald, you're really getting outplayed by an AI. I mean, come on, she just hard called that Harden and she doesn't even have an actual brain.
You guys are getting too caught up in the details. My immense talent shall carry me through this fight, and I will defeat her without fail.
You sound like the right-hand man of the antagonist who says that right before he goes in and gets his clock cleaned by the main characters.
And just like that, you're down to your last leg there, Donald. Any last words before she puts you out of your misery?
Yes, it's that I'm rich as heck, and I will simply use my vast wealth to heal up and beat her to death. I mean, really, guys, this isn't a Nuzlocke. Did you think I'm too stingy to use an item to beat her? I'm literally a billionaire.
That's just boring, Donald. You should have taken the scratch and gone out like a man.
What can I say? Real men don't lose. Hold this L while I finish her off.
Donald, you literally only won this because she taunted you instead of scratching. Get off your high horse and admit that you were too rash going into this fight so early.
I never admit to anything because I have never done anything wrong, not even once in my entire life.
Is it opposite day or something? Because it sounds like you said the exact opposite of what you meant to say. I don't think you've done a single thing right in your entire life.
What do you mean? I've done lots of things right, like winning the 2016 election, building the wall, and obtaining a stand ability that lets me erase all of my mistakes so that they never happen.
Donald, what are you talking about? You don't have a stand ability.
Oh, you don't think so? Well, here's a quiz. What's the best song Queen ever wrote? Bohemian Rhapsody, Bicycle Race, or Killer Queen?
Oh, I'd have to go with Bicycle Race.
Wrong, it's Killer Queen.
キラークイーン第3の爆弾バイツ
Well,
ァ
now
ーダ
that
ス
my
ト
boy is level 10, I think I can feel much safer going through these early fights. Time to aura rush some zombie fools.
Wait, that's so unfair. How come you get to have 2 stand abilities?
Aura rushing isn't so much a stand ability as it is a vibe, just like how I aura rushed Hillary in 2016 and I aura rush your mom every night. The stand just manifests because I'm so cool, definitely not because it just happened that there was a green screen for it online.
Wow, that's so cool. Can I try it?
Sure, go ahead, Sleepy Joe.
I think Michelle was right. I need new friends.
Don't believe a thing Michael tells you. He already tricked you into believing he's a woman.
For the last time, Donald, Michelle is a woman.
One sec, Obama. Okay, if Michael is a woman, how come I've never seen her pregnant?
Hey, Donald, looks like you're eating your words now. Your precious Charmander got zombified.
Too busy wiping the floor, Sleepy Joe. This blue stuff really gives me lots of energy.
Do you really have to aura rush every zombie you beat?
Is that even a question, Obama?
I'm going to recommend you don't skip over any houses, Don. You never know what might be inside.
Well, this woman looks like she might be pleasant enough.
Haha, we'll have to see about that.
Oh, dear goodness, it appears I must loot this woman's corpse for the greater good and the survival of humanity, along with my own personal gain, of course. Ha, 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 ha.
Crust first.
Donald, you're literally eating the corpse of a dead woman. But realistically, that's an insanely overpowered item to get this early in the game. You're very lucky Joe told you about that.
No luck was required. I simply used my billionaire's senses to determine the location of the most overpowered items.
I'm curious as to what the amoral means of acquiring that egg were. Surely it couldn't be more immoral than Trump's tax evasion, though.
Oh wow, a survivor outside the city?
I hate it when people always compare me to my older brother. Sure, Fred Trump is the champion at all, but I'm the president of the United States, and I'm still alive.
It's really not that deep, Donald. It's just a video game. Simmer down.
Oh no, guys, more zombies. This is the end for us.
I've just used my awesome charisma to convince this fool to sacrifice their life for us. Stay mad, zombies.
And now you're going to double back because the cutscene's over and his sacrifice was for waste. Very grateful of you, Donald.
Ooh, free potions. I'm going to take a small order of 5 billion of them and monopolize the potion market.
Do you ever consider taking a break from being a narcissistic megalomaniac for 2 seconds in your life to just enjoy the game you're playing?
Obama, how can you not see that being a narcissistic megalomaniac is exactly how I like to enjoy myself? It's not my fault if I get to do it in real life and in a video game as well.
Donald, you talk such big game, but in reality, you're just a little spoiled brat who got some of Daddy's money and pretends to be the GOAT. Building big, shiny towers and golf courses and running for president instead of dealing with your own problems. Life has been so easy for you, so stop making it look like you're some sort of hero.
It's not been easy for me. It has not been easy for me. And, you know, I started off in Brooklyn. My father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
Donald, you were the first person in the entire course of history to call $1 million a small loan.
When you're as amazing as me, you can't overthink the tiny details like $1 million here and there. I'm so rich that I was able to trade one of my many potions for a rare and amazing item. That was perhaps one of the best trade deals in the history of trade deals.
Your huge ego aside, we're approaching the first boss now, Donald. Are you ready to taste bitter defeat?
No, Sleepy Joe, I never taste defeat, only sweet victory all the time because I'm simply too good at everything.
That's funny, because despite my dementia, I seem to remember you tasting defeat in 2020. Perhaps I'm not the only one who's getting a little slow?
Wow, you really called him out there, Joe. All right, Donald, I hope you're ready because this boss is going to absolutely flatten you.
If this boss is a flattener, then your husband, Manchel, must have encountered her as well. I'm so sorry for you, Barack. Ha ha ha.
Oh, Lordy, it's levitating and legless. Mama.
All right, it's time for my spinning Mexican meth machine to deal out some punishment to these zombie fools. I hope you guys are ready to see this wipeout.
We'll see who wipes out who, Donald. Prepare to eat your words.
I've just been informed by a Latino friend of mine that the Spanish word for chicken is not, in fact, how I decided to spell it, but that it has 2 L's. It's okay, though, because I'll be handing 1 L out right now to this old hag spirit.
I think you're really underestimating how much of a bad matchup this whole boss's team is going to be for you, Trumpy old pal.
There's no such thing as a bad matchup when it comes to me, and don't call me Trumpy Sleepy.
Well, I will admit your luck with that crit got you through that hound sour. All the potions in the world won't be able to save you from a dark flying type. You only have 1 move that will do anything, and it will do almost 0 damage.
Yeah, I'm going to keep it a buck with you guys. I think I'm just boned on this one.
Who did you say was going to be handing out an L, Donald? It seems like she's giving you an L right now so you can spell your Pokemon's name correctly.
All right, I'll admit I may have been a little bold coming into this attempt, but with this newly obtained knowledge of her team, I'm confident that I can go in again and defeat her with ease.
Yeah, Don, I didn't want to say anything, but while Baltoy is objectively the strongest starter, it also has the most difficult starting matchups.
Well, thanks a lot, Biden. I should have just listened to Ben on this one. I'm not giving her the satisfaction of defeating me.
Donald, you baby, I'll fast forward with my stand for you, though.
Okay, guys, I'm not even going to have to look at the emulator. I'm just going to spam Sand Tomb, Rapid Spin, and Potions, and this will be a piece of cake. I'll even just vibe and dance while I destroy her.
Oh, watch me.
Oh, watch me.
Haha, nice job embarrassing yourself, Sleepy Joe.
Ha, says you. Take that L, Donald.
Holy crap, guys, I can finally beat that stupid bird. Now there's nothing standing between me and victory.
Why do I get the feeling Donald's going to be eating his words again?
Oh, you know how it is, Obama. He always ends up looking like an idiot one way or another.
Oh my goodness, am I just chosen to suffer? Why must I be burned like this?
Still think there's no way you can lose this, Donald?
You guys are just constantly haters and it's giving me bad luck. Like seriously, this RNG is just bonkers.
Hey man, that's Pokemon Snakewood for you. And if you think this fight is hard, wait until you get into it. I already told you this game doesn't pull any punches.
Kyrie Lason.
My man just got whipped so bad he became Catholic and started praying in Latin.
I can't wait to see how Lady Luck takes me by the neck and throttles me this time.
Oh, don't be such a sourpuss, Donald. Luck is just all part of the game.
Yeah, but getting leered a billion times sure doesn't help.
Yeah, this is pretty bad, I'll admit.
Are you guys actually seeing this? How many freaking sand tombs can one man possibly miss? I'm actually going to Alt F4 if this keeps up much longer.
Whoa, easy, Donald. We're trying to keep things family-friendly here. It's just a game.
I'm gonna side with Trump on this one. I'd do that as well if I had luck this bad.
It's bullcrap luck like this. That's the reason I lost the 2020 election. This is honestly more rigged than that election was.
No, that's just because you suck.
Thanks a lot, Joe. Well, anyways, let's give it another shot. I honestly might break my monitor if I have that kind of luck again.
On one hand, I love seeing Donald lose, but on the other hand, it's almost sad to see how horrible his luck has been.
Well, it's just temporal punishment for all of his sins. This is his entire life's worth of bad luck entering this game.
Miss Paralysis, Miss Paralysis, Miss Paralysis. Can this game hate me anymore? I'm almost beginning to think this battle is scripted just to make you think there's a chance of victory, only to snatch it away at the last second. There's no way this is just random. And another miss, Kyrie Elason.
You really got to work on your Latin, Donald.
All right, this is it. I'm at the end of my tether. If this doesn't work, I'm going to get back into office and launch every nuke in our arsenal on whoever made this game.
It's okay, Donald. I don't think it would be physically possible to have luck that bad 3 times in a row, right?
Not 3 times, 6, Sleepy Joe. Don't let your dementia make you forget a single moment of my agony. This will be memorialized unto eternity.
You're at his bird and you're not paralyzed or burned. GG.
And that's game. Get crapped on, you old hag.
Good job sticking through it, Donald.
The things I go through for our viewers, and that's game. Get crapped on, you old hag. Can't wait to play Binding of Isaac next.
Thanks for watching, everybody. I know this isn't the video we promised we'd make next, but the anime intro is coming along slowly, and I might alternate between Snakewood and Binding of Isaac videos. If we want to be uploading more frequently, I'll have to pay more than 4 times as much as I'm currently paying for more characters on 11 labs, so I'm not really sure I want to be committing to that. Hopefully there will be a few more uploads in the coming weeks, though.
Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time. God bless America.